to the couch, and today we've got Jodie. Jodie, thank you for joining me on the couch today.
Thank you.
So, Jodie's got a new little business called the Zen Zone. Tell me, how did that start?
Well, the Zen Zone came out of a passion for helping people with burnout and trying to help people with depression and anxiety and support the emotion and being able to bring yourself down with gentle exercise and mindfulness techniques to actually get you centered again and be able to move on with your day, resourcefully.
Okay, so how do you do this?
We have 3 different modalities that we use. So I've got a business partner named Joe.
Yeah.
Joe was actually one of my clients that I'd met at a network meeting that I met you at. And basically we came together and Joe had this fabulous idea of being an emotional yoga coach.
Okay, yeah.
So we put the start of the stuff we do is we call presence. So no one's 100% present with anyone throughout the day, even when we're sitting here today. Like I'm thinking about the camera, I'm looking at people walking past, and you've got things going on in your head. Some people could be doing the shopping list.
Yes.
And it's not nice to be talking to someone that is not fully present and really there with you. So we teach you to be quiet and quieten the noise in your head. Jo then comes through and does her emotion yoga. Now she is the only certified yoga coach practicing this technique in Queensland right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty amazing, and it's a mixture of soft movement. It's not your traditional techniques of your stretching and flexibility yoga.
Okay.
This is more for people that don't have the flexibility.
Yeah.
Who want to do something really quick and they don't have to go down to the floor to do it, but it's a nice gentle stretching exercise and it brings out some great emotion. So yeah, we have a lot of laughs doing it. And then finally, we usually finish off with a really gentle transcendental meditation, visualization.
Excellent.
Meditation.
Yeah.
And you've been part of that.
Yes.
So you've seen how it works, and you don't have to be totally centered to be able to do it. So a lot of people find it hard to meditate.
Yeah.
Because they can't get quiet.
Yeah.
They can hear everything else around. But this technique enables you to visualize and quieten down, and it's designed for you to get up and then go and be your best self.
Excellent. So who do you work with?
Look, at the moment, we sort of opened it up to everybody, but we found that the people that we're attracting the most are women anywhere between 15
Okay, yeah.
and 80. So that's a really wide team, but predominantly women. And I think that's more because of the fact that men feel as though that it's a weakness to come and do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so, we've just been working with these women. And just lately, a few businesses have jumped on board as well. So
fantastic.
Yeah, because doing what we do, it can be used as a team bonding or a workplace conflict resolution technique.
Yeah.
And it just makes people more aware of what energy they're bringing into the space.
Yeah, it's really important to get teams to work together.
Oh yeah.
With clashing personalities and all of that sort of thing. So I think that'd be a great team exercise to get them to work together and understand each other a little bit better.
Yeah, because what we do with the workplaces, and for everyone out there, we do tailor to specific needs. So we'll always take out a profile questionnaire for you to fill out so that we can fill any of the gaps, and we encourage you to actually work with your team and get them to get their honest opinion, because often your team will only tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So we found that by doing this, it's helping teams to fill some gaps. We've got a couple of really exciting ones coming up, and we use a new framework that Joe and I have come up with called the 7 Identities Framework. It's hilarious.
It is
but it's
funny.
also can be quite confronting. But that's what makes us different, and that's why we love what we're doing right now.
Fantastic. And you actually come from a corporate space originally yourself, haven't you?
Yeah. For you know, like I've changed career paths quite a few times. And I think that's what makes me rounded and makes me understand me better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started my life as a hairdresser and then went into corporate, and I worked for a really major transport company, and I held a senior position there, and I worked myself into the ground. And there were a lot of different factors going on at the time, and I just wasn't aware of what was going on with my body, and I ended up chronically ill. And at the same time, unfortunately, my mother ended up chronically ill and passed away. So that was kind of like the red flag to say, you know, do you want to go down this path?
Yeah, that's a massive reality check right there.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, I started then going, and like I always wanted to work with people. I've always been the secret keeper, so to speak. You know, people would come to me and air all their grievances and, you know, talk to me and ask for opinions. But sometimes I'm just the sounding board.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that. But yeah, I decided, well, you know, it's time to take a leap of faith. And that's when I decided to go and do some coaching. But yeah, 25 years of corporate background, I've been told what to do, how to do it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't teach people, or treat people, I should say, as people anymore. And they became a number. And, you know, being in that toxic culture.
Yeah.
I turned toxic myself.
Yeah.
So that was a huge reality check.
Yeah. So is the spiritual side of you a new thing, or is it something you've always had?
No, always had it all my life. I was born with it. You know, like I come from a family that is, particularly on my mum's side, quite spiritual. So yeah, we see things probably a little bit different to other people. You know, we've got a range of different, you know, spiritual beliefs in that, but we all believe that, you know, having a ritual that honours the spiritual side is very, very important.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I've had it all my life, but I guess the older I've become, the more interested I've decided to be in it and really listen to what my calling is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you found more balance.
Thanks, love.
So what exciting things have you got coming up?
So, first off, we're going to be here.
Yeah, here in the studio.
At Leone Bolts. We're looking really forward to that. So that is on the 6th, Saturday the 6th of July. Let's try and say that, people. It starts at 1 o'clock, goes till 4, and it's actually one of our self-discovery sessions. The best thing about this is that you just come as you are. You can finish with your kids in the morning, come and spend some time on yourself.
Yoga pants.
Yep. And just be prepared to connect with some really cool women. And I think we may have 1 or 2 guys that have popped their hand up as well. So it's open. And the best price is, it's only $55. And for 4 hours, that is cheap. But all that we ask from you is to come here and be open-minded and work with us. We're so excited. We can't wait. So Joe's currently away at the moment.
Yeah.
And then I take off to New Zealand, where it's a frosty -4 today. And then we'll be back together basically the week before. So we've worked it all out. We're really excited. And we've got Leone, who's providing our space for us. So we're really excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. It's going to be a great afternoon.
Yeah, I think so. You know, like it's something different. And the feedback that we have been getting is that they want more. People want more. So we had a really short 90-minute session that we have run and done presentations with to just have bite-sized pieces. Then we ran another one that was about an hour and a half, and everyone on our feedback forms was like, we want more, we want more, we want it to be longer.
Yeah.
And we just want to educate everyone so they can take it home.
Yeah.
Start this as a morning ritual.
Yeah.
Be present with your kids.
Yeah.
Teach them to quieten the noise in their head before they even get to school.
Yes, it's so important because the mornings, especially with kids, it's such a rush. Everybody's getting yelled at. Everybody's, just even having that morning gratitude can make a huge difference in your day.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you that don't know, Joe and I ran a 21-day gratitude challenge recently with, I think it was 10 people that we chose to be part of it to see how they'd go. And we got them to work out what their morning ritual was going to be. So we gave them a simple, easy gratitude process to follow. And it was a step-by-step. And then we basically said, pop your feelings into a journal.
Yeah.
And then work out what is your morning ritual. So it's not rushed. And I reckon probably about 97% made it every single day. So every single day we were keeping them accountable.
Yeah.
And the ones that didn't, they did come back and say, look, sorry, I missed, I had this, I had that. But the important thing to know is when that's happening, that's when you need to be having your ritual.
Yeah.
When something changes, when your routine changes, you need to be able to be more flexible with your family. You need to be more flexible and you need to take the emotion out of it. Bring it down.
Yeah.
Emotions are great to have. They're really resourceful things. It's really good to release them, but it's not good to release it. Good word. That's what I was thinking. I was sitting there going, what word am I going to use for that? But that's on point. So that's what we love about doing what we do. Joe and I even have times when we're running these sessions and we're rush. And like out the corner of my eye, I'll see Joe, doing this exercise called, I think it's called pulling down the heavens.
Yeah.
And she's out there doing her breathing. And then all of a sudden she comes in and she's like, back in. And it's like, it's so amazing. And for someone particularly like me that's had multiple operations and very poor flexibility, and I have to be really careful what I do, it just brings me peace.
Yeah.
And, Leonie, the difference between what your kids are being raised with and what we were raised with is there's a lot more noise.
Yeah,
absolutely. The world's become a lot smaller because we can talk to everybody just like this very, very quickly. So that means that we're always with TV, always with phones, always with, some sort of digital device.
Yeah.
And this is just teaching people to take that time. And honestly, you can do it in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It can be really quick. But if you want to get the most out of it, you'll give yourself 30 minutes a day to do it.
Excellent. And final words. What is one thing that you've learnt in your journey as an entrepreneur that you wish you'd known back at the beginning?
That's such an awesome question and I'm glad you asked that. I want to share this with you people because this is really important. Make sure you've got a really good team around you. Now, I'm not talking about employees. What I'm talking about are your support networks. So whether you have a business coach, which I believe is a must, and a really good accountant, make sure that you've got someone that's really savvy with the digital side of things. So, for instance, like you're very good with digital programs and branding.
Yeah.
So, have people that work with you, and also how much money you're going to reinvest into your business before you actually start taking home some cash to splurge on whatever you like. Because, at the end of the day, if you want to be successful, you need to invest in yourself first.
Absolutely.
Personal development. And that doesn't come cheaply.
Yeah.
But it's a lifetime skill you're gaining. And it's to be able to share it and make better use of it.
Yes.
And all the other things, they're not that cheap either. But when you break through, so give yourself a good 3 years before you start bringing home some cash. And we are around a lot of women that get to that kind of 2-year mark and they're like, oh my gosh,
throw hands
and not only that, you've got the pressure at home going, guys, when are you going to bring home the money? I know you're making it,
Yeah.
Like, why aren't we seeing it here? Because the reality is you have to reinvest.
Absolutely.
If you don't reinvest in your business, you're no longer relevant.
Yes, yes.
And you are not able to serve.
Thing. That's right. But just, as an entrepreneur, you've got uncapped potential.
Absolutely.
So once you get that ball rolling, it's a bit like a snowball. You start getting those clients, you start getting those referrals, the snowball gets bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden you go, oh wow, I did it.
Yeah, and the best thing is, like, I was actually laying in bed thinking about the other night going, I'm very much into manifesting really good vibrations. So it might sound a bit woo-woo to some people, and it did to me to start off with. But I met this fabulous coach that I was working alongside of, and she does these programs. And I started, really yelling out what it was that I wanted. Really making sure that I started asking the universe, man, this is what I need.
Yeah.
And what do I need to do it? And as I started doing it, things started to pop in. And I was laying there the other day thinking, especially with my illness, often I'll get really, like even my husband says, we'll get this really high potential, like hit the mark that we want, our benchmarks, we're just smashing them, going past it. And then all of a sudden I'll go sick and I'll end up in hospital. But you know what? Doing the job I do, I can do it in hospital.
Yeah.
When I'm well enough, I can be doing my social media, but it's also a good time to switch off.
Yeah.
So, look, I'm not going to ever go back as an employee.
Yeah.
And I think, if you need to make some quick money, then you need to work out what it is you actually want.
Yeah.
And what you need and who the team is you're going to have with you to enable you to make it. Don't expect it's going to land on your lap.
Yep.
Be good at sales.
Yep. And if you have to drive Uber at night to make some extra cash, that's what you've got to do.
Yeah, and look, we have friends that have done that, and people, they feel as though they're a failure, but they're not. That's the thing. This is what we need to understand, is that we need to be financially responsible.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we need to get money, find a way.
Find a way.
Don't rob a bank.
There's always ways. There's always a way. Yeah. Besides illegally.
But look, the thing that I've loved about this journey too, Leonie, is the fact that I've met people like you, for instance. It can be very lonely being on your own, being in your own business, and just constantly being online with someone. It's not the same as feeling their energy and being in the same space. And, we met through a ladies network meeting and a meetup, and there's quite a few that are around. And that's how you start to build your credibility too, because people start to trust you. They're usually your greatest supporters. So they're the ones that are going to come and have a look at it.
Yeah.
And then they'll look at their clients and go, oh, I know someone that will do this for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you were saying build your team, building your network and your community, because, even if you don't have money to go and invest in graphic design, you might meet somebody that does graphic design, and in turn you can give them some of your services. And that's how we all help each other to grow our businesses.
Yeah. You kind of liken it to the days before electricity, really, where everyone just used to bargain.
Yeah,
they just used to bargain with each other and, or barter, I should say. And it's like, I'll give you this service, in return, I need this.
Yeah.
But often you find that you don't have to ask.
Exactly.
People, you'll just be in a conversation and someone go, oh, I could probably do that for you.
Yeah.
Like an interesting thing that happened, I think it was about a month ago at one of our friends' meetups, which is Terry Tonkin, if people don't know her, Women Embracing Business.
She's part of the group.
Yep, she's part of our crew. She is remarkable. She really gives people some really good chances. I was one of them. She's my greatest supporter. But I wanted to know about how to write submissions for grants.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, I come from a corporate background.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do that. I had to write business plans, but not a submission for a grant. That was someone else's job.
Yes.
Well, guess what, people? When you're an entrepreneur, you do it all. But it's exciting, you're learning. And I just happened to say at the meeting, does anyone know about grants and someone that writes it? And all of a sudden, I had people sending me phone numbers and sending me people, and that was in 60 seconds.
Yeah.
So, you know, man, if you're going to do it, get into a network.
Yes.
Male or female, doesn't matter. Spread yourself around, get to know people, offer you services, just get in there.
Excellent. So thank you for being part of this community, and I hope that we can all share and help each other. Make sure you come to the meetups if you can. And Jodie, where can we find the Zen Zone?
Well, the Zen Zone, for starters, we're at www.thezenzone.com.au. We're also on Facebook, the Zen Zone Australia. And you can also find Joe and I on LinkedIn. So I'm Jodie Nelson and Joe is Joe Stevens. So we are completely mobile. We can come to you. We do it in any areas. You will see that on our website and you will see that on our Facebook page. From parks to small spaces. We've done it in hotel foyers, but it's guaranteed we will make that space feel as comfortable as if you were in your own lunchroom or your own lounge room, I think I was about to say. So yeah, that's us.
Well, thank you for joining me on the couch today.
Well, thank you, because this is really exciting.
And if you want to come to the couch, just send me a message. I'm getting people on the couch every week, and if we can't do the couch, we're going to do a Zoom call. So if you want to get featured, let me know. For now, see you next time.
Bye.